Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me this morning, Thursday, May 19th, 2022. At Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become an excellent currency trader. And we do that by teaching you how to use our proprietary trading tools that are very accurate. And we teach you with personalized one-on-one training, which we think is really the most efficient and effective way to learn out there. Having the right tools and training is really the only way to get really good, and we've mastered that. We've been doing it for 14 years. In this session, I have a favorite signal. We have about a dozen of them. That signal is something called the 10-point signal. And that is what we will focus on. So with that, let us get going. We first need to listen to this guy, and then we can start.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker. We make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about the program is that we do these live trades where we have a trader come online who knows what they're doing. We'll walk you through their analysis, so it's a teaching moment, and then recommend a trade to help you or to show you how accurate we are, and also to give you, make some money for you. When you're in the light program, you get a kind of a limited access to the live trades. However, when you're in a member, we do a trade at 10 in the morning. We do a trade at 6 in the evening. We do another trade at 10 in the evening. These are all Eastern times. And then we have an additional paid session at 8 in the evening. Historically, on these trades, they would average about 150 pips a week. So if you're just copying our trades, you're going to be way ahead of the game. So because you're trading company funds, our interests are aligned. I trade using a little checklist just to keep me focused and make sure I don't miss anything. That checklist starts with making sure everything is connected and running, which I have done before we got online. It is good habit to turn your green charts on and off once a day. It makes it, I'm told it makes it work better. Another good habit, not just in trading, but in life, is to kind of do a little post audit at the end of every day in terms of what could have been done better. Specifically with the trading, we're looking for trades that didn't go well and why they didn't go well. I do it. You should do it. So, for example, yesterday on last night's, on the day before yesterday's trade setup, we missed it. We got stopped out. When I went back and looked, I got the direction of the move right, and we just missed it by a fraction of a pip. Usually on that trade, it's somewhere between 8 and 12 pips. I was closer to the 12. Had I been right around 10, we would have been in and out of that without a problem. As we are technical traders, meaning that we are trading on price action, we want to know what the news is, because the news does impact currency movements. So to figure out what that news is, we go to forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 categories. Yellow is low impact. I'm not going to worry about those. Orange is medium impact. I generally don't worry about those. And red is high impact. Those I am going to stay away from. And when I say stay away from, it means I kind of don't want to be in the trade 2 hours prior to this news being announced. So, so this is tomorrow for Australia. So we got nothing today. Some traders will say, well, gee, if you get three oranges all linked up, that equals a red. I don't necessarily adhere to that. Plus, these are at different times. The unemployment claims may have some sort of bounce. The existing home sales may have a little bit of a bounce, but my basic strategy, if it's the red, I stay away from. The oranges, not so much. So we've got clear sailing. So with that, let us go to our chart. This chart that I am trading off of is one of the charts in the standard layouts, the light 6 major. It is a 1 hour chart. It's got a 1 hour candle on it. And this chart has 6 different currency pairs on it, which allow me to kind of scan the pairs and see if I see a setup. If I see a setup, then I'm going to do a little bit more analysis. And on the 10-point trade, our goal is basically to get all of the lines going in a specific direction. And if I get at least 7 out of the 10 lines doing that, I've got a good trade. I start with the middle section of the chart, where which is the majors and minors. And the red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. I am looking for situations where these lines are either below the red line, which is the oversold line, or above the blue line, the horizontal blue line, which is the overbought. So if I catch the lines down here, the market's oversold. That's a good time to buy. If I catch the lines up here, market is overbought. That's a good time to sell. And specifically what I'm looking for is I want all the lines above and pointing down. Right now here I've got the minors above the line, but they're kind of going sideways. So I don't have the setup that I want here. So I'm just going to go to the next one. Euro USD, we are overbought and everybody's going up. Now, can I get a move when we're overbought and everybody's going up? Yes, I can. But based on my trading paradigm, I want to catch it down here or here and then run it all the way through. So had I been able to catch this and run it through the channel, this would be worth there's a 30 pip move there. So it's about now. If I had an existing trade, I would keep it open here, or maybe put a trailing stop on it, or move my stop loss and let it ride. But I'm not going to take a trade because I don't know how much more up is in the movement. And what I want to do is I want to take a few trades, limited number of trades. And if you've been following me, I'll take anywhere from 2 to 8 trades a day, where they've got a high chance of doing what I wanted to do and getting the pips that I wanted to get. And I find I can get my 30 pips a day if I wait for the setup that I want. So that's what we're going to do. Pound dollar overbought. The majors are starting to turn, but the minors are still going up, so nothing there. U.S. Canadian dollar, we started to reach the oversold. Minors are starting to turn, majors are starting to turn, both are going sideways. USD, Swiss franc, we are oversold. Minors are going up. Majors are kind of sideways. In addition to going up, the third part of this, part one, is that they're oversold. Part two is that the lines are going up. I don't necessarily call the majors going up here. But part three is I want the double cross. I want the green line on top. We have the gray line on top, but I want the green line on top and the gray line on top. Just like here, where over here on the Euro USD, where the green line crossed over on top and the gray line crossed over. When both of these happen, that's a good signal. USD JPY oversold. Minors are going up. Majors are haven't turned yet. The more of these lines that we can get doing what we want, the higher the chance that the trade's going to do what we expect it to do. So let's keep going. So I have cloned this chart. And by cloning the chart, and then I've just put different currency pairs in here. So again, it's on a 1 hour candle, but most of these pairs now are non-US based. Euro pound oversold. Majors are starting to go up. Minors haven't committed yet. So we're going to pass. Australian dollar, yen oversold. Minors are going up. Majors are kind of sideways. So I'm going to pass. I want this to be going up. I want more slope on this line. Also, it's non-prime time for Australian dollar, yen. I want to have at least one of these pairs trading during the day, active during the day. It's nighttime in both of these markets. Euro, Canadian dollar, oversold and still going up. Australian dollar, New Zealand, oversold. Everybody's going up, and I do have the double cross. So this is a nice setup here. Only thing that would make it better is a little more steepness on the green line, but this is a nice setup. When I have the setup here, I go to my TNTs and I count how many lines are consistent with the buy order that I'm seeing here. 2 orange lines are going up, so that's telling me buy. The blue lines are inversely related, so when blue goes down, that means buy. All 4 are going down. Or the 2 blue lines are going down. So all 4 are saying, hey, buy. I need at least 3 out of the 4. And then if I have the majors and minors doing what I want and the TNTs doing what I want, I will go down to the pressure, which is this guy down here. And I want the lines to be either going up or the green line to be on top, which it is. It just crossed over. And usually when the green line crosses over the red, you are going to see a green candle, which right now we do. The only issue here is it is non-prime time in both of these markets. Non-prime time in both of these markets. It is evening in Australia. It's evening in New Zealand. So even though I have the signal here, I'm going to pass. Now, what I would normally do is when I do have the signal, I'm going to find the setup, and then I'm going to confirm entry. I'm not even going to bother confirming the entry now because I don't want to trade it because it's non-prime time. I find the signals are very accurate, but when it's non-prime time, it takes longer. When it's non-prime time, the signal is a little less accurate than when it is prime time. The signal works better when there's volume working. So when there's lower volume, it just takes longer for things to execute. And because it takes longer for things to execute, we may lose the signal. The signal may change. So because of that, I'm going to pass. So here we have the signal, but I'm not going to trade it because it's non-prime time. And you can see the slope. The slope of the line is going up and down a little bit. I don't like that. I want the slope to be steeper. The fact that it's coming down a little bit is telling me it's soft. Pound yen, oversold. Everybody's going up. And I've got the double cross where I've got the green line and gray line on top. So this is good. It is lunchtime in England, even though it's nighttime in Japan. So that's okay for me. I've got the two orange lines going up. That's good. Thick blue coming down. So I've got 3 of the 4 telling me buy, consistent with this. But then on my pressure's sideways with red on top. If green were on top, I would again go to the next level of analysis for confirmation of entry. But since this is sideways, I'm going to pass. Again, my goal is to, might I get an up trade on this? Yes. But since I'm only going to take a few trades, I want to take trades that have my exact setup. So I need to be patient and just wait till I see it. I've been doing this long enough. I know I'm going to see it at least once a day, if not twice or more times. But I'm just going to wait till I see my setup. Euro, Australian dollar, we're kind of in the we were overbought. We're in the channel, but we're not quite halfway. The majors haven't reached halfway. But I don't like the slope on the majors. I don't like the slope on the majors. This is kind of more sideways, and you can see as we're talking, there's like a little kink in the line right here, and it's starting to go down. I've got the 2 oranges telling me sell, thick blue telling me sell, so 3 out of 4 here, but the pressure's still not there yet. It's sideways, and the green line is going up. I want to see the red line on top, so we got nothing there. So let's go to a next group, which is, again, I've cloned the chart. So I've got 6 additional charts. Canadian dollar yen oversold. Everybody's going up. Slope isn't that great, but I do have the signal. 3 points here. I got the double cross also. 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines coming down. So that's 4 points there. But the pressure isn't quite there yet. And this is very soft down pressure. Very soft down pressure. What makes the pressure strong or soft is the steepness of the lines, and this is almost sideways, so it's not steep, and the closeness of the lines. The closer the lines, the stronger the signal. So these lines, we've got a big gap, so that's weak, but not quite there yet. Euro New Zealand dollar. We're oversold, but we don't have the double cross here. They're starting to go up, not quite there yet. Pound New Zealand dollar. We're kind of in the middle of the channel, and this is really going sideways. And I don't have the red line on top here. The green line's on top. New Zealand dollar yen. This is a good signal, but it's non-prime time for both of these guys. We're oversold. Everybody's going up. I've got the double cross. 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines going down. Pressure isn't with me, though. Pressure isn't with me. I've got sideways pressure. with the red line on top. The green line is going up. I like to see what the green line is doing. The green line's going up. So that kind of supports this. But again, because it's non-prime time, I'm just going to pass. New Zealand USD, overbought, still going up. Euro Swiss franc, oversold. Everybody's going up in the double cross. So I kind of like this. Two orange lines going up very steeply. Dotted blue coming down. So 3 of the 4 telling me buy. And we've got kind of down pressure, but it's starting to roll. The lines are converging, and the green is about to go over the red. When this green goes over the red, to me, then this will be worth going to the next step. We're almost there, but not quite. And one of the things I've learned, which I will share with you, is don't anticipate what the indicator is going to do. Almost there isn't there. Just wait for it till you get the signal. Don't try to guess what the signal is going to do. I've done that and it doesn't work. So save yourself some heartache and just wait till you see the signal. We will see the signal, and we will find a trade, but we just need to wait for it. Australian Canadian dollar, we're in the channel more than halfway. Swiss franc yen, we're in the channel more than halfway. Euro yen, oversold. Everybody's going up. I like this. 2 oranges going up, 2 blues coming down. So 4 out of 4 here. And the pressure's been holding us back today. We've got sideways pressure that's converging. So we will soon get up pressure here, but right now we still don't quite have it yet. So this is the beginning of a nice move. But I want the pressure to have crossed over. So we're going to hold off. Australian or pound Australian dollar. Overbought. Minors are coming down, but the majors, we've got a little kink here and it's going sideways. So I'm going to pass. And as it starts to go sideways, we lose the double cross. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. Overbought, going up, double cross. So I've got all 3 elements here. 2 oranges, 2 blues. So 3 of the 4 here, or excuse me, 4 of the 4 here. Down pressure that's starting to roll. The green line is converging to the red line, but it's still not there yet. And the same with the Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. We just barely got the double cross here. I don't particularly like the slope here. We've gone from less steep to more steep. I've got 3 of the 4, but again, the pressure isn't there yet. The lines are converging. It will cross eventually, but not yet. So we've just gone through 24 pairs on the 10-point trade and didn't find anything. So now I am going to switch horses, and I am going to use another signal. One of the great things is we've got a dozen different signals. So this is a little scalp signal. It's good for 5 pips. It doesn't require much analysis other than finding the setup. And that setup is here. We're going to start with this trade is called the thick orange line trade. And I am looking for situations where this number, which represents the position of the thick orange line, is either 10 or 0. When it's at 10, it is telling me that there is no more up in the movement. There's no more up in the movement. That's a good time to sell. Likewise, when it is at 0, it since it's scaled, it's telling me there's there's no more down in the movement. That's a good time to buy. So when I see this at either 0 or 10, and there's less than 5 minutes in the hour, this is good. This trade is off of an hour chart, less than 5 minutes in the hour, and we have less than 5 minutes in the hour. I want to look and see where the position of the majors and minors are. And I want the majors and minors to be up high and above the blue line, well above the blue line. So I've got all the lines above the blue line, but I'd like to see the red line another quarter inch higher. So we almost have this, but we don't. But if we go over to the Euro USD, we have that. We've got a 10 here, and we've got all the lines way above the blue line. So what's going to happen is at the top of the hour, you can kind of think about it when this is way up high and this is way up high. When the candle changes, it's like pulling an elastic rubber band. So there'll be a little snap, and we're going to get that snap. So let's go ahead and take a 5 pip sell on the Euro USD. You can see it's been at 10 for the last 2 hours, but last hour, the lines were down here. They're kind of where the Australian US dollar was. So there was more up in the movement. We've got that more up in the movement. So I'm going to open my MetaTrader. Or you can do it on the simulator. I've got the Euro US dollar. This is a demo account. I am going to go to new order. My lot size is going to be a function of how much is in my account. In this account, there is $7,400. I'm going to, by moving this decimal spot over 4 places, I'm going to take a lot size of 0.75. So I'm going to round up because it's 746. I'm going to round up this 6 to make this 5. So I'm going to take a volume of 7.5. I'm not going to worry about the stop loss or take profit yet, and I'm just going to click sell by market. It puts the sell by market in there. I right click anywhere along the order. It opens up, it turns the order line blue. I go to modify. And this trade is always worth 5 pips. 5 pips equals 50 points. If I put 50 in there and click on this little blue button, it does the math for me. And this trade wins about 90% of the time. So if I win 9 of these at 5 pips, I'm going to be ahead 45 pips. So we have found that using a 4 times stop loss based on that win rate, that will, 4 times 5 is 20. To convert the pips to points, I just add an extra 0. I click the little button here, red button, copy as, and it does the math and puts it in for me. And the only thing I also want to do is I want to get the full 5 pips. So I want to just verify where I got in at. I got in at 0.0529. So if I'm taking a sell, if I take 5 pips away from the 2.9, I'm going to go to 2.4. So I'm going to go to 50242, 242. And then I just click modify, and it drops the take profit and stop loss. So we took a 5 pip sell on the Euro USD with a take profit of 1.05242, and a stop loss of 1.05516, a stop loss of 1.05516. Let's go back and see if we were out of, and the candle's already changed. Some traders like to wait till the candle changes. And when the candle changes, they want to see this number change by at least 1. So it was at 10 and it's gone to 7.4. So it has changed by more than 1. So I would expect this to close within the next hour. I expect this to close within the next hour. Okay, let's see if we have any questions. I am not seeing any questions. All right, gang. I appreciate you being here this morning. We are here to make you good traders, and we will make you good traders. The fact that you're here puts you ahead of most people. If you put the time and the effort in and learn these signals, you will make money. So we will do this again Monday evening at 6:30. If you have any questions, go to the coach you're working with or schedule some time with me. Thanks so much, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.